One way that has actually been working quite well right now is running giveaways through Facebook Messenger. And so the way it works is I'll run a Facebook ad, and it'll be a messenger ad, and I'll run it to some giveaway that so in our case we're giving away like a personalized handkerchief set or a personalized set of cocktail napkins, and once they click on that link they're taken to Messenger, where I try to grab their email address, I try to grab them as a Messenger subscriber, and then they enter. And as soon as they enter, they're given a coupon code that is a pretty big discount for something very similar to what they entered in the contest for. And then the next day, the messenger bot that I've created basically just picks a winner, and you either win or you lose. And if you lose, you're given another offer. And if you win, you're taken to the website where you can add that free item to the cart. And usually what actually happens is when they redeem their free item, they'll add other items to the cart as well. And so this is a great way to get a messenger subscriber, an email subscriber, as well as pixel them for your Facebook audience. Meanwhile, you're running this giveaway that's evergreen. It's very hands-off. The Facebook Messenger bot handles everything. There is software involved. So the first step is obviously to run a Facebook ad, right? That goes to Messenger. And to handle the Messenger bots and that sort of thing, I'm using a tool called ManyChat. And that allows you to create a Messenger bot that just kind of handles all the correspondence with the giveaway.
Super excited about Facebook Messenger right now for the simple fact that the open rates are unlike anything we've ever seen. If you can earn your way into someone's Facebook Messenger box, which isn't easy necessarily, but it can be done. We have at this point about 250,000 people on our largest Facebook Messenger list, and we interact with them frequently. And the open rates are in the 90+% range. It's incredible to think that you can, right alongside someone's closest friends and families in the world, that you can be right in that same box, which is maybe a couple other businesses. You've got to earn your way there, like I said. It has to be a compelling offer. There has to be a relationship established. And everything we do in our business, whether we're selling services, coaching, a course, or a physical product, one of our toys, it's all relationship, relationship, relationship. That means it starts off with us delivering incredible value to the other party, to the point where they want to be on our email list. They want to be on our Facebook Messenger list because they know once they're there, we're going to deliver incredible value. And if that's your business model, it's not going to be difficult to get people to sign up because the pitch is this simple. You say, hey, I know email sometimes doesn't work, but we're all on Facebook, right? So, hey, how about you jump on our Facebook Messenger list? We've got a free gift for you. Maybe you can give them an incentive. We typically don't even do that, though. We just say, hey, we really want to stay in touch with you. We want to be able to send you great updates and information that we know will be relevant to you. You can opt out anytime, but hey, how about you jump on our Facebook Messenger list? And then there you are. Every time you send a message, they get a little ping on their phone and they're picking it up because they don't know if it's their boyfriend or if it's their best friend or their mom or if it's you. Either way, they're going to see it instantly. It's as effective, I would argue, more effective than even text, because with text, there's a lot of rules and regulations and laws that we don't necessarily goof around with a whole lot. We like Facebook Messenger as our preferred. I say it this way often. If I could have 50 targeted email addresses or just 2 or 3 targeted Facebook names, I'll take the 2 or 3 targeted Facebook names.
So a lot of people will probably have spoken or have talked about Facebook ads. Now, there's 2 routes. Now, there's one goal that I was trying to do when I was doing my Facebook ads, and I'm going back to Facebook ads again. And people would have talked about how important targeting is, which it is, and how important the actual ad is to get somebody to click. The next step after that is actually very, very important because a lot of people tend to drop off. So whether you're trying to get an email address or you're giving something away for free, how you actually go about doing that is very important. Now, the latest method that I tried was to use Facebook Messenger. So you must have heard of Facebook Messenger where you've got chatbots, right? So I tried using a software tool called ManyChat, and I created this massive thing on trying to get people to join a webinar. Now, I tried 2 different methods. I tried a landing page, and then I tried the chatbot. So the chatbot was more successful in terms of getting people onto the webinar, getting more people signed up, and it had better open rates than email follow-ups, etc. However, I found that Facebook changed things so often that the way that they charge you for ManyChat is now started to change, and it changed within a month of me actually signing up, thinking, oh my God, this is a brand new thing. This is a brand new marketing method. I'm going to use ManyChat. The open rates are really high. The click-through rates are really high. The engagement is great, and the show-up rate is really great. But then now they're starting to charge you for various different things, such as, I think it's broadcasting, this, that, and the other. But Facebook are going to continue to keep changing that stuff. And in all honesty, the amount of stuff that I have going on personally, I can't keep up with it. I'd have to hire somebody else to actually do that. So I've gone back to very standard methods of collecting email addresses and then following up through that, like I mentioned before. But ManyChat is one of the new ways of doing things. You can engage better. It was one of, I think it was last year or it was this year, it's been the most downloaded app on Android and Apple phones as well. So that's the reason why I thought I'd better check it out, better see what's going on here.
Chatbots is a rising star right now because it's a crazy thing that with crazy open rate, and you can actually have subscribers through using chatbots, and then even retarget them later.
I think it's worth it. I absolutely do, and I've seen the power of it myself. At the same time, I've had messenger bots sequences fail, but you're always working with it, and you're always adapting and changing. I think that there's going to be a lot of evolution with messenger bots over the next few years. I don't think they're going away. One thing I love doing, the idea is you don't have to be an expert. They're relatively simple to do. There's lots of platforms now that come with templates that you can use or just slightly modify. So you don't even have to, reinvent the wheel on this. You can just use it as is. But I love the idea, and I'll give you a little nugget here of, let's say you're going to launch a new product. You're a brand new seller, and you've got your line of pens. They're so awesome. You're so happy with them. And you've done all the work, and you talked to your Chinese factory or wherever you're going to source them from. And you're super excited, and they're going to be in stock in a month. Wonderful. If you know someone in the same space, like the arts and crafts category, or anything similar, you don't have to know someone in that category. But if you did, that's helpful. You can go and give a related product away. So let's say you can give away artist pads, like a drawing pad, paper pad. You're not selling them. You're just like the pens. So you run a contest over the course of a couple weeks or whatever, and you're constantly giving away these paper pads, right? So you're spending a little bit of money, 99 cents or $2 or however much it costs for those pads, but you're building an audience. So you build up an audience of all these people who entered your contest. Let's say you get 1,000 or 10,000, who depends on how big you can go in your budget and your time. Sorry, there's a fly buzzing in my face. You have this audience. So bam, your pens are now in stock. You're super happy. It's your first FBA thing. And you don't have to, this doesn't have to be when you're new. You can do it for any product launch. But when as new sellers, it's such a great feeling. You can't believe it's happening. You've got your product in FBA. I remember that feeling. And you hit that list. Say, hey, remember these this free stuff that you won or you entered for? Well, we got these pens in stock, and for this week only or today only, they're 50% off. And you put that as your regular price on Amazon. Bam, it's all a full price sale. You get this huge boost, and that's all you need to do for your launch. So no, I wouldn't say that's all you need to do. Some people do. I always combine that with other stuff. If I'm content press releases, I'm building up, or Facebook ads, whatever you've got going on, whatever you're good at. But that thing alone can drive a lot of sales. And again, if you've got that set as a low price for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, how long you've got it. That's a full price sale on Amazon's eyes. So that's you can have that as a search, find, buy, right? So anyone who wants your pens at half price or whatever the price is you set it at, you give them the instructions, tell them how to do it. They go, they search, they find, they buy, bada bing, bada boom.
And in the context of Facebook, or chatbots, this you later mentioned in the bot or in the chat? Or is this
so this whole thing is done with messenger bots, the entire thing. So the giveaway is done with messenger bots, and then you build a list from that, and then you use that list again, boom, back to the messenger bot and say, hey, follow up with your pen deal of your product.
Chatbot messengers.
But I've seen right now in terms of the Amazon space, the messenger bot by far is one of the most creative and unique ways of launching products and building a list.
Oh, really? Why is that? Why is that creative?
Well, not a lot of people. A lot of people are used to the traditional launch giveaways via launch services. This is more of a interactive, real-time, type chat that a lot of people, a lot of buyers they enjoy the interaction with the messenger bots. So, right, it might be, for example, we're giving away 50 of these products for free. You click on the ad yourself. A messenger bot will pop up and it goes, hey, are you interested in the 50 free, or are you interested in a free, say mouse? You click yes, and then you'll see the little typing bubbles. And then after that, the next part of conversation that you've already pre-programmed into the bot will show up. And then after that, you'll basically kind of just go through a flow, basically a chat flow with this automated bot. And then at the end of it, you'll be redirected to, the Facebook listing, and you can go ahead and purchase. So I think it's pretty creative.
Look, I could be using bots and ManyChat to run a launch and rebate.
ManyChat. I use ManyChat either. It's kind of thing where we're working with a lot of bigger corporations. And so if like Heinz Ketchup started like Facebook messaging you, being like, buy more ketchup, you'd be like, what the heck is going on here? And so we don't really get too much into it. Again, it's one of those things I hear people say is helpful, and I wonder who it's helpful for, like what kind of sales it drives. Because I know me or any of my employees or anyone I know, if they got a Facebook message saying, buy this belt you were just looking at on Amazon, they'd be like, you're blocked, don't talk to me ever again. And so I wonder who the person is who's like, oh, a message. Oh, this is actually convenient, helpful. Yeah, I will buy that. And I wonder what kind of shopper that is and what products are best for them.
It's ManyChat and all the tricks that we can use there.
I think Mikhail from ManyChat, he described it really good. And that is, in ManyChat, it's conversational. And if you stray away from conversation, and you just send this email that, you receive this email, even if they have you hello and your name, you know it's mass done. It's automated, but you appreciate the etiquette behind it. Whereas on ManyChat, you can't get away with that. If you're one of these people that says, hey, so-and-so, we're going live in X amount of minutes, that's just not going to work long term on ManyChat. It needs to be conversational, and it needs to be very transparent. But the strategy is the same. It's to connect with them, deliver value, segment them, and then further them down your funnel.
We also do a little bit of ManyChat. Haven't used it as much as we should have. So I'm not too good on ManyChat. Like I'm not an expert. So I can't give that too many advice for that. But I think it's incredibly powerful. So if people want to use it, they should definitely figure out how it works. It's pretty easy to figure out, but there's so many different things that you have to know. But yeah, I think ManyChat is still underutilized for the business.
Well, some are really, really simple and some are more convoluted. For example, I'll just give two examples. How about that? One is a simple example where you just have a chatbot set up, like ManyChat, for example, and they've watched a portion of the video ad and you've told them to comment if they're interested or something. So they comment yes, and then something like that. And then you would send them an automatic message. Again, if you look up ManyChat, you'll see all of the documentation about how that works. The simplest way is you make an ad about your product and you say if they're interested, they say yes. And in the chatbot, you send them a message saying you're interested in our product, go check it out on Amazon. Simple. You now have them on a ManyChat list. So you can now contact them via Facebook Messenger, which is proven to be one of the absolute highest open rates of anything. I get 98, 99% open rates on ManyChat, whereas email is what now? 20% average, 30% if you're lucky. So it's really, really powerful. So you can message them all again after they've clicked on the link. You can see which ones have clicked on the link and ask them for a review, or ask them what they think. So it becomes this conversation. It's kind of up to you where you want to take it, but that's the simplest way. The more complicated way is to have some sort of funnel in place through the ManyChat. So you've got a website page where they can sign up, or you've got a website page where you can offer coupons for getting reviews or something. You can never incentivize, but you can offer it the coupon and then later on ask for a review. It's of course always optional because you got to fit the Amazon terms and stuff now. But you can have a whole long funnel laid out in the chatbot, which after 2 days sends them to the coupon form. After 3 days sends them to the Amazon page. After 5 days goes to a blog post. After 10 days goes to your Amazon page, and after 14 days it asks to leave a review, or if they haven't bought it yet, why have they not bought it, asking for feedback, that sort of thing. So you can have a more complicated thing set out like that in ManyChat. So that's just up to you.
Okay, these are great. But it all starts with Facebook ad, right? That's how you get there.
The ManyChat, yes. Something like anything Facebook Messenger would always start. Well, it doesn't have to start with a Facebook ad. This is something that we're still testing with, but you can link to a ManyChat audience from outside of Facebook. So you can I can have a link inside of my PDF that says, send me something on Messenger, and it will take me to Messenger. So there's other ways to do it, but we've primarily focused on just Facebook ads direct to Messenger.
So that first method that I talked about with the Messenger, that can be used for Amazon ads also. For your Amazon products, a quick way to build up an audience that you can actually then send to your Amazon products. And what's cool about the bot is once you send them over to the Amazon products, you can actually have the bot follow up with them maybe 7 to 14 days later. And you can ask them, hey, did you end up taking advantage of this coupon offer? And if they say yes, you can say, oh, great. Here, would you mind leaving a review on that product, for example? Or you can give them a follow-up coupon for some other product that you have that only works on Amazon. Those tactics work for both your e-commerce store as well as Amazon.
Well, if we're speaking about Amazon, there's a lot of different powerful flows. I'll stay away from review flows or search, find, buy flows or treasure hunt flows. Everyone's talking about that now. But a really good example is anytime somebody enters my flow, you will first, obviously, I love using GIFs. I feel like they're really powerful when it comes to ManyChat. But one of the first, we'll use a trampoline for an example. And that is if you are trying to sell a trampoline and your Facebook page is about a trampoline and someone clicks on your Messenger bot and it opens up, the first thing you want to do is you want to segment them into whether they're a consumer or this is something B2B. So B2C, B2B. And that would be something about just asking them, hey, do you mind if I ask you a few questions? If they say yes, then that immediate question you want to ask first. Is this for your personal use? If so, we have some really cool tricks we can show you. Would you be interested? Or is this for your business and you want to resell it? We can get a great deal out to you. Based on that, the rest of the conversation needs to change because you just won't approach it the same way. And other stuff I'll ask them is if they've ever interacted with a bot before. I notice a lot of people don't do that. I also, in the beginning of the conversation, let them know that they're dealing with a bot. I feel like a lot of the times people are not trying to convince people that their bot is a human, but by not coming outright and saying that it is a bot, some people just assume, oh, wow, this person's trying to make me think this is a real human. I can tell it's a bot. So I like to play with it and give the bot a nickname and, from the beginning and have fun with it. So those three things happen first. And then based on that, the rest, everything else happens.
Is your bot
I don't know how deep you want me to geek out on the bot flow.
Yeah, we could do more. Is the bot a girl or a boy? What's the name?
Well, I do both, and it's dependent on the sex of the person that enters the bot. So in one case with a client that we're working with, it's for like ballet shoes for babies. And if it's a girl, then we have a, such and such the ballerina who's a female name that's interacting. And sometimes we have both come into play. So it lends itself to the conversation of the flow.
Messenger bots, for instance, are very popular as far as, to promote a product or a, new product launch. But ultimately, there's going to be a certain percentage of the people who are looking at a messenger bot and saying, okay, but I've got this other question that your messenger bot can't answer. Who do I talk to? Like, I still need that human interaction at some point. Now, the AI will evolve, over time and get better and better at it. But still, people, the trust factor is with, like, okay, I know I'm talking to a human now.
Yeah, I do teach like a full course on how to do this, but just the brief summary. So ManyChat is it's a software that connects with Facebook. It sends automated messages to people into their messenger inbox. The reason it's so effective is the open rates are still very high. Over 90% of people will open these messages because generally they're just getting messages from friends, family in this inbox. So when, if you run an ad and you get them to opt in over Messenger and they're like, okay, go here to buy. And then you can set up an automated follow-up in the Messenger, like through your ManyChat account, if you're the brand owner or the marketer, and say, in 1 hour, I want you to check in with them and ask them if they've completed the purchase. If they click they did complete the purchase, then you don't follow up again. If they didn't click they completed the purchase, you can always follow up again, as many times as you want, without annoying them, hopefully. But just enough to kind of like, if somebody's like at the bank or something in line and they see an ad, they don't want to buy it right then. They want to do it later, but maybe they forget. Just kind of nudging them, reminding them. So ManyChat's like very effective because it has high open rates and you can really track like what they're doing based on what they click. And you can get them to do more complicated actions on Amazon. Like, just a common scenario is like when you get somebody to buy and they confirm on ManyChat, like they click a button, they say, I bought this product. You can set up an automated follow-up like 14 days later that says, how was that product? Did you enjoy it? Enjoy it. You get them to leave a review and then you can get a review on Amazon through that. Whereas if you didn't have this process set up, you're probably not going to get their review. It's more difficult. People generally don't like to leave reviews, but if you ask them and it's in their inbox, they'll do it. Focusing on like the Amazon promotion versus like the website promotion side of things. If you're driving people from Facebook to like a ManyChat bot, some things you could mess up on are following up too many times, people getting annoyed, not setting up your ManyChat flows in the right way so that it's helpful and not annoying. So over like the past, however long ManyChat's been out, like 1.5 years, 2 years, I really had to like focus in on each step of my messaging and cut out things that are unnecessary, follow up only like 1 time, maybe sometimes 2 times, but you have to be really like aware of where the customer's at when they're receiving that message. And like, would you be annoyed if you were getting that message yourself? Thinking of it that way. So
one way that has actually been working quite well right now is running giveaways through Facebook Messenger. And so the way it works is I'll run a Facebook ad and it'll be a messenger ad, and I'll run it to some giveaway that, so in our case, we're giving away like a personalized handkerchief set or a personalized set of cocktail napkins. And once they click on that link, they're taken to Messenger, where, I try to grab their email address, I try to grab them as a Messenger subscriber, and then they enter. And as soon as they enter, they're given a coupon code that is a pretty big discount for something very similar to what they entered in the contest for. And then the next day, the Messenger bot that I've created basically just picks a winner, and you either win or you lose. And if you lose, you're given another offer. And if you win, you're taken to the website where you can add that free item to the cart. And usually what actually happens is when they redeem their free item, they'll add other items to the cart as well. And so this is a great way to get a Messenger subscriber, an email subscriber, as well as pixel them for your Facebook audience. Meanwhile, you're running this giveaway that's evergreen. It's very hands-off. The Facebook Messenger bot handles everything. There is software involved. So the first step is obviously to run a Facebook ad, right? That goes to Messenger. And to handle the Messenger bots and that sort of thing, I'm using a tool called ManyChat. And that allows you to create a Messenger bot that just kind of handles all the correspondence with the giveaway. And once they interact with your bot, they instantly become a Facebook Messenger subscriber. and you can actually contact them later on through Facebook Messenger. With one click through the bot, you can actually grab their email, and of course you can email them promotions. I have an email autoresponder sequence that takes them down as soon as they sign up for the giveaway, giving them special offers, introducing them to the company, giving them other freebies along the way, in addition to coupon codes, but only if they have not purchased yet.
We would utilize ManyChat as a way to get customers. ManyChat basically is a way to utilize Facebook Messenger messages that you can connect to your page or to your Facebook ads. What basically happens is that when somebody clicks on the ads, they don't go directly to your site or to your Amazon listing or to your Shopify, but their Messenger app opens, and there, in theory, when there would be a real person behind it, you could have a conversation with that customer. Obviously, it's not technically possible to have conversations, human conversations with like hundreds of people at the same time. So what ManyChat did, they created this software that basically automatize the whole process. So there, what you can do is you can set up what they call flows or sequences of messages that the customers would get. And they can also interact with those messages based on your rules and setups that you can do. And within those sequences, you can build things that you would normally try to build in terms of relationship with your customer. So you can build some, trust with them by, giving them your story, sharing some images. You could ask them some questions. You can make surveys. And then when, in theory, they're ready, you can present them with an offer. And then that offer then can go directly either to Amazon or to your Shopify store.
Sure, that I love everything when it's automated. So it's running and I can work on bigger things. But I asked questions and gave options. Now, if they selected options where the answer was other or no, that's not there's no options here that are relevant to me. I would ask a question where they could type in free text. And within ManyChat, when somebody types in free text and then hits enter and sends it, it continues the sequence. So from then on, it continues the sequence. I don't actually need to answer. But if there's a specific answer, for example, why do you want to join the webinar? And someone says, because I want to spend more time with my partner and my dog. I would literally write straight after that, the automated response would be, that's great. Thank you so much for sharing that information with me. And then I'd write, I'll make sure that I cover this topic off if it's a topic question. So if it's like, what topic do you want me to cover? And then it's free text. The next sequence would be, I'll make sure I cover that off in the webinar. And I make sure I actually do. So just before the webinar, I go into ManyChat and I go into a specific section where there's loads of answers, and I just read all of them, and I make sure that I talk about those in the webinar, which increases engagement and people know I've actually read what they've written.
So people know that it's automated, right? It's obvious for them.
Yeah, I think some people don't. It's funny because there's a few people who don't know that it's automated, because you can make it so good that people just don't realize. They think it's a real person, and you can actually jump in yourself in between if you wanted, and the automated sequence will also continue. So it will still feel very, very real to them. But I think a lot of people understood that it was a bot, but I think they probably took it more as gamification. So, okay, if I select this option, let's see what happens. Okay, this is the reason. And they're actually reading the question and answering it truthfully. And thinking, okay, if I click this button, what's going to happen next? Oh, he's typing. And then if the 3 dots come up where it looks like I'm typing. And I don't think people are stupid. I'll be honest with you. I don't think people are that silly. But when they see that, I think that they understand it's a bot, but they probably see it more as gamification. And that's how I took it when I was experimenting and testing other people's bots out.
So that will be it all in the documentation. That's just about how the subscribers work. So when you send someone an email or messenger, they've got to approve your message. just like if you land in someone's other box, you have to say accept this message. So that's the same thing, but done in the messenger bot form. So there's ways we have to get around that by sort of, asking them a question that they have to say yes to, basically.
Okay.
You just clicked our ad. You must be interested. Yes. Okay, whatever. Something like that.
So that's why we use chatbots, which are Facebook Messenger bots. So we tell the customer how to find the product. So they see, okay, I get a really good deal for this lavender essential oil if I click this button, and then the button goes to Messenger and it says, all right, here's the deal. Go to Amazon, search for this keyword, buy the product, and this is how you get the discount, right? So we actually will prompt them. This is how you find it. The customer will search, and then when they buy it, by doing that process, it will boost the ranking.